Good evening, Spartans. Good evening. So, welcome to lockdown session number 22. So, this is actually 22. I thought Monday was 22, but it's not. So, lockdown session number 22. We've got quite a bit of work to get through tonight. So, I don't see any reason why we shouldn't get going. We're going to start off with a little bit of stability, same as always. And then it is going on to abs, legs, and finishing off with a little bit of upper body work. So what we're coming into just to begin with, guys, is just going to be into a set of walkouts, but with each walkout I want you to do one press up and one squat thrust. Okay, so we're going to go for 90 seconds where we go into one walkout, one press up, one squat thrust, and then back up onto your feet. Off we go. Let's go. So 90 seconds. So walking out into that full press up position. Sorry for the guys on Zoom. I got a good angle for that one. So just into that one more time. That walk out, one press up, full squat thrust, and then back up onto your feet, and then back out into that next rep. Back out into that next rep. So going for 90 seconds. So doing a little bit of a hybrid warm up. So taking 2 or 3 moves, pushing them together and creating some new Frankenstein of a move. Each walkout, try and keep your hips as high in the air as you can as you do that walkout. So if I do this one sideways, you'll be able to see, trying to keep the hips as high as you can in the air as you fold over at the waist. Walk out, and then same thing after you've done your press up and your squat thrust. You then walk back up, hips up, high up into the air, feeling that stretch through the hamstrings, and back up on top. 25 seconds more. So we're then going to come into some get-ups. So we lie down onto the floor, but we're going to do a bicycle crunch. A bicycle crunch on each get-up. A bicycle crunch on each get-up. So 5 more seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1, off we go. So each time you lie down, I want you to do bicycle crunch right, left, then back up onto your feet, and then next rep. So again, lie back, but this time you're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, back onto your feet, and then the next one is 6, then 8, then 10. So you're adding on 2 each time. So we did 2, then 4, so that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we add that up each time. It's that stand and back down into it. So we're going for 90 seconds. So off we go. So that lie back into that bicycle crunch. 2 reps on the first round, 4 reps in the second round, 8 on the third round, and so on and so on and so on. So we just add 2 every time, working your way up. We're already coming up towards the end of that one. Let me tie these. So we're going to work on that wrist and shoulder stability and a little bit of ankle, hip and knee stability. So just 2 simple moves. Last couple of seconds on this. Time. Grab yourselves a drink, guys. Grab yourselves a drink if you need it. Just a little mini warm up, getting everything moving, so to speak. What we're going to come into is just 2 simple warm ups. So the first one we're actually going to do is actually the ankle, hip, and knee. So what we're going to do is just do that stiff legged deadlift. So 1 foot off the floor, it stretches out behind as far as you can. Fold over in front. Ooh, try and keep your balance. And then from there, come back up to standing, bring the knee up in front, and then back again. So you're trying to fold right over, and then stand back up, driving the knee up in front. So again, it's that knee up, reach back, trying to maintain balance, and then back up, which I haven't successfully done. There we go, 1 successful rep. Go for 5 on the right, 5 on the left, and keep alternating. So 5 right, 5 left, keep alternating for the next 2 minutes. Off we go. Good. Now you can do various ways of doing it. So you can reach your hands down, try and touch your shoelaces as a marker for finishing, and then come back up, drive the knee up in front. Or you can go Superman style, try and reach the hands out, like your Superman flying, and back up into that high knee again. Obviously, if you do overbalance, it's not the end of the world, because we're just trying to build on that stability. If you're balancing perfectly, it's probably not challenging enough. Now, if anybody's able to do this super easy, you're having no issues at all doing it, don't be afraid to add a little bit of weight to it, you know. So if you have, you know, some dumbbells, a light kettlebell, you know, you can do the same move, balancing that little bit of added weight. But again, you don't have to add it in. You're 1 minute in, you've still got another minute left to go. Yep, water bottle works as added weight. That's perfect. Again, what you should hopefully feel, glutes, hamstrings are driving the movement. So that's what pulls you back up into that standing position each time. Made a note for myself. Whenever I seen Gaz put up an Instagram story the other day, and I realised sort of just how messy my stairs were, and I said to myself, I'm going to clean them stairs, and I did, but they're just as messy just again. So they were clean for like a day, and now there's more different stuff on them. 10 more seconds, guys, 10 more seconds. The next one we're only going to do for 1 minute. So many guys will have done this one with me already. Time, there's 2 minutes, there's 2 minutes. So what we're going to come into, guys, is just 1 minute. All what you do is you're just going to be in a press up position, trying to turn your hands, okay? So you'll be holding that full press up position, shift your weight to one side, turn the hand, shift your weight over, turn that hand, and it's just that shift your weight from side to side. So just turning the fingertips, just keeping the arm straight, and we're not doing press ups, it's just that shift in the weight from side to side, turning the fingers, and then working your way back again. Just working for 60 seconds. Ready? And off we go. Let's go. So 60 seconds. All you're looking to do is just turn the fingers gradually till they're pointing back towards your toes, and then start to turn them back again so they're pointing up ahead of you, and then back again. So you're just working between those positions. Think about trying to turn your whole arm. So you're not just turning your fingertips, you're turning your whole arm. So trying to really turn through the elbow, through the shoulder as much as you can. Like I say, we're only going for 60 seconds on this one. And then we're only going to do 30 seconds of the last one. This is looking good. I feel like Peter Kay. Oh, it's too hot. It's too hot. It's too sticky. I'm warm. 10 more seconds. 3, 2, 1, and time. Okay, guys, the next one is the exact same thing. We're just changing your body position. So we're going to bring you into that bear position. So just if I go side on, it's the same thing with the hands. You're still just shifting your weight from side to side, turning your fingertips, but it is from that bear position. So my knees aren't touching the floor. Let's just turn for 30 seconds. That's all it is. Ready? 3, 2, 1, off we go. Like I say, just 30 seconds of work, and then we're into the fun stuff. And we are into the fun stuff. Let's keep going. Last 10 seconds. And time. Time. Okay, guys, so what we're going to look at is going to be 7 minutes of core work. 7 minutes of core work. What's going to happen with that is you will get rest in the middle of that 7 minutes. So, but it comes in small blocks. Want you to work basically as hard as you can over the next 7 minutes. Then we move on. We're done with abs after that 7 minutes is done. Okay, so really put it in. Some of these moves you may have done variations of before, but some of them you may not have done. So we're going to start off with some seated ab circles. So what we're looking to do, balancing on your bum, hands just behind the hips to help you balance. You're basically going to use your feet to draw as big a circle as possible. You're going to spend 60 seconds drawing that circle, in one direction, and then you're going to spend 60 seconds drawing that circle in the opposite direction. Those are your first two exercises, Going in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, off we go. Let's go. So again, as you lift the feet up, try and crunch up, try and bring your chest towards your thighs as your feet go up. So you're really trying to create that compression. That's it. So that's good. That's much better there. So you create that that pike position as much as you can. Good. So Tom and Sam, as your legs come up, try and bring your body up to meet them as well. So you create that V. So as you lie back, the legs come up and you create that contraction. You compress right in. Looking good though. 35 seconds in, so 25 seconds left in this direction. Still going the same direction the whole way through. 15 more seconds, then we change direction. So that is going to change in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and change direction. Off we go. So it's the same exercise, we're just going the opposite direction. Now remember I said we're done in 7 minutes. We won't repeat any of these exercises. We may repeat some of the muscle groups, but we won't repeat any of the exercises. So keep working as hard as you can. So the next one is going to be a cross body mountain climber. So what you're going to try and do is try and bring your right knee towards your left elbow. Your right knee towards your left elbow and your left knee towards your right elbow. The only tricky part is you're going to be in a plank position as you do it, not in a press up position. So you're going to be in that plank position in 15 seconds time. So it's that cross body mountain climber in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So plank, bring the knee under the body towards the opposite elbow. So to view that slightly from the side, you're in a plank position, knee towards the opposite elbow. You're trying to twist those hips into it. That's it. So keep the forearms down on the floor, bring the knee in under the body to the opposite elbow. Try and get it in as close as you can. You get 30 seconds to rest at the end of this. So it's 3 minutes, 30-second rest, 3 minutes, 30-second rest, and 1 minute to finish off. Looks good. Let's keep going. Last 5 seconds. Time. Okay, guys. Time. So we get 30 seconds to recover. We're going to go into a marching plank, so you can either do this in plank or press up position. But all you're going to do, press up position, one foot, the other foot. Just that march on the spot. One foot comes up, other foot comes down. And it's just that march on the spot with the feet, lifting the feet up and down. That's going to be your next exercise. That's coming up in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, off we go. Let's go. So you can do this in press up or in plank, whichever you prefer. Good. When you lift that foot, don't let the hips go with it, so don't turn it into a downward facing dog. So keep the hips down in plank, so we're not trying to lift up into that bum up position. We're going to try and keep the hips down in plank position. This is 60 seconds. You'll be lying on your back in the next one. There's too much baby stuff around here for me. Let's keep working. 30 seconds more. So you'll be on your back into a set of leg scissors in the next one. Let me just back off there. YouTube video. That's 20 seconds. You're going to be lying on the back, legs just off the floor, and just swap legs. So again, it's that. Legs open, cross over, legs open, cross over. That's coming up in 10 seconds time. Again, it's only 60. Good. Keep those shoulders over the top of the wrists. So keep them quite far forward. Don't let that arse get up into the air. Just the leg comes up. Ready? And change. Off we go. So you're onto your back. Swapping the top leg. Swap, swap, swap. Keep your lower back pressed in tight against the floor. If you struggle, just keep your feet a little bit higher up. So as low as you can with your lower back pressed in, but if you find that your back is arching, just lift your feet a little bit higher. And repeat that move a little bit higher. 30 seconds in, 30 to go. One you may not have done with me before is going to be a starfish crunch in the next exercise. As you stretch yourself out, starfish shape, arms and legs akimbo, and then curl yourself right in, knees to elbows, as tight as you can. So you're working between those two positions. So it's a starfish crunch. So try and get your knees to your thighs and then stretch right out. So it changes over in 3, 2, 1, off we go. So it's that stretch right out, starfish shape, crunch right in. Stretch right out, crunch right in. Each time. It's good to really stretch out, let the shoulder and head relax, then try and curl right up into a really tiny little ball each time. So from some of the stories I hear, the starfish, you know, that's the shape, bobbing about on the dance floor in Tomo's, curled up in the little ball. That's Sunday morning filled with regret. 25 seconds left, you'll get another 30 seconds to rest at the end of this one. But again, big stretch, so really stretch out with the fingertips, stretch out with the toes, and then boom, curl right in as tight as you can. So starfish, then hedgehog, starfish, then hedgehog is what you're going to try and work to. Last couple of seconds. Time, 30 seconds to recover, 30 seconds to recover. You're into your last little bit of abs, guys, the last little bit of abs. So what I want you to do this time, it's a V-sit bicycle crunch, a V-sit bicycle crunch. So what you're going to do is as you come up in the V-sit, you would lift legs and body, but you're going to add a twist. So it's going to be that in on one side, back down, up on the other side, back down, up on the other side. Ready? 3, 2, 1, off we go. So again, it goes from flat on your back to up, elbow to opposite knee, back down. So the coordination of it can be a little bit tricky. What I would say, when you lie back, try not to lose tension so you're still braced in that lying down position, and it's up and across, back down. If you lose tension and lie on the floor, it makes it a bit difficult to kick up into that next rep. So try and keep the lower back pressed tight against the floor. 30 seconds in, you've got your final 30 seconds of abs coming up already. This is it, 15 seconds remaining. So the others are more simple. There were 7 exercises there. There's only 3 exercises for legs, 3 exercises for upper body, but you will repeat them all the way to the end. Time. Okay, guys, relax. You get a minute to recover. Grab yourselves a drink. Stretch out on the floor, I would say, as well. So stretch your fingertips and your toes as far away from one another. Really lengthen out as much as you can. So what we're going to do, again, we're just sticking with that theme of 60 seconds per exercise with 30 seconds of rest. What we're going to do is we're going to come into 2 rounds of our leg exercises. So it's 3 minutes, 30 seconds rest, and another 3 minutes. Then we're done with that. And then we're going to do the same thing with upper body. 3 minutes, 30 seconds of rest, 3 minutes. That is the rest of our workout, okay? So you've got about 12 minutes left in total. So, first exercise. Now, you've got lots of variations available. What we're going to try and do is just do single leg squats. Now, if you've got the flexibility, you can do pistol squats, leg out in front, squat all the way down to the floor. If not, foot stays flat, and all I want you to do is just squat as low as you can, and back up, swap sides, down, low as you can, back up, swap sides. So the first one's dead easy. 60 seconds of those single leg squats, getting as low as you can, squat back up. Ready, and off we go. Let's go. So single leg squats, single leg squats. Don't know about you guys, but it has gone very dark outside very quickly. So I feel like another thunderstorm is on its way here, but we're more than halfway through the session, so I think I can rinse a bit of my data if I do get cut off. But we'll see. What we're going to look at in the second exercise is going to be 1.5 squats. So what you're going to do is go 60 seconds where you do a full squat, halfway up, full squat, back to the top. So it's that little pulse at the bottom for 60 seconds. It's going to be that next exercise. So it's all the way down, pulse, all the way up. In 10 seconds. Going in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Off we go. So again, that full squat, halfway up, back up. Good. Full, halfway, full, back to the top. Try and string them together, so don't spend too long with the legs straight. So you come back down, spend more time in that squat position. More time in that squat position. Your third exercise is a set of squat jumps, but we're not going to go for maximum height. What I want you to try to do is actually jump the minimum amount you possibly can. So only just clearing the floor, because all you're going to try and do is try and for 60 seconds is try and string those squat jumps together. So it's dead smooth, it's just a, so I'm barely jumping, but I'm just keep stringing them together. So I've got to get enough force just to get off the floor, but only just. Trying to go into it. Going in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Off we go. Let's go. So again, deep squat, just off the floor, deep squat. So again, just enough. And what you should feel, there we go. What you should feel, as soon as I said it, just on Zoom, I've seen like 3 people stop and try and shake out their quads. You should be feeling massively on the quads is what you should be feeling this one. So try and go for that 60 seconds. If you do stop to shake out, so be it. Just get back into it. So again, just string them together. Just smooth pace. I'm not trying to explode as high as I can. I'm just clearing the floor. 20 seconds, then we get a 30-second rest. We keep working. Right up until that point. Last 10. Just keep it going. Remember, you get your 30 seconds of rest, then we go into our second leg round. Time. Okay, guys, 30 seconds. 30 seconds to recover. We're going through the same thing again. So, your single leg squats. And again, it doesn't matter how low you get. Because again, if you can only get a little curtsy, so be it, you just get a few more reps in. You then go into your 1.5 squats, and then your final set of squat jumps. Going in, 3, 2, 1, let's go. So, like I said before, single leg squats, as deep as you can comfortably get. Just challenging the balance. Try to keep the foot flat on the floor, so don't allow yourself to rise up on your toes on this one. But again, it's getting comfortable through all planes. Because what we do want to try and do is make sure that you're strong, make sure that you are stable in any position. 30 seconds in, 30 to go. We're then into those 1.5 rep squats. So again, that's the one all the way down, halfway up, then back to the top. That changes in just 15 seconds. So you'll have no more single leg squats after this one. Ready, 2, 1, change. Let's go. So off we go. So we're into those 1.25 or 1.5 squats, all the way down, pulse, back to the top. All the way down, pulse, back to the top. Try and make sure you control it as well. So what I don't want to see, guys, is anybody riding like a little tiny horse and bouncing up and down. It is just that control all the way through. So we are aiming to make the thighs, to make the quads burn in this one a little bit. You're halfway through. 30 seconds in, 30 to go. Again, with those squat jumps, we're doing the exact same thing that we've already done. So it's just clearing the floor. So all we're looking to do is just to clear the floor by a matter of centimeters. Maybe not even centimeters, maybe millimeters is all we're looking to do. 10 seconds before we swap though, 10 seconds. So again, just try and flow through it as best you can. It is tough, legs will be burning, try and resist as much as possible. 3, 2, 1, off we go. So again, just that flow, just nice and easy. Okay, we're not looking about millions and millions of reps, we're just looking to keep going. So just manage that pace, but just try not to allow yourself to stop. So as that push through, keeping those legs pumping, okay? Legs just leave the floor at the top, but only just. You are halfway through, 30 seconds in, 30 to go. 30 seconds in, 30 to go. This is our leg section done at the end of this one in 20 seconds time. And then we come into our arm section. It's not quite as intense, well, at least not on the heart rate, but it is still upper body focused that entire time. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, done. Okay guys, a minute to recover, grab yourselves a drink. So, like I say, just like we did before there, 3 minutes, 30 seconds of rest, 3 minutes, that's what we're going for. What we're going to come into is a variation on a handstand press. Now if you guys are strong enough and stable enough and you are happy enough to attempt it, you do it at your own risk of course, but if you are, you can do it feet up on the wall and go for a full handstand press up, CrossFit style, but you're going for 60 seconds, so I would suggest going for an easier version. So we go into a downward facing dog, so bum up as high as you can and try and lower top of your head to the floor. So it's that lower down, touch and back up. That's what you're aiming for the first exercise. We're going for that in about 10 seconds time. If you struggle to push back up, lower your head down, drop to your knees, reset. So lower your head down, drop to your knees, reset. That's this slightly easier again version. 3, 2, 1, off we go. Let's go. So the higher you can get your hips in this one, the better. Try and lower top of your head to the floor and back up. Well, we have somebody going for it for the full handstand push-up. Couple of heads lifted in shock there. This is good. Now the challenge is to do it for the full 60 seconds, Ian. But again, when you're lowering your head to the floor, make sure it lowers down slowly, under control. I don't want you making it easier by slamming your head into the floor, creating a lump and therefore having less distance to go. That is not how we try to do things. So your next exercise is really simply, you go from a plank into a side plank, back into a plank, and you just keep alternating sides, just keep moving from plank to side plank. That changes over in 10 seconds. So off we go in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So again, plank, side plank, plank, side plank. So make sure when you reach up in that side plank, you turn your shoulders and your hips, then turn your shoulders and your hips all the way over. Make sure that you're not just flicking a hand up, you're actually turning the body from side to side. Now you can do this from the hand, or if you feel your wrists need a little bit of a break, just come down onto your elbows and you can do it from a low plank position as well. Either one is acceptable. You're halfway through. The last 60 seconds is just press ups. Regular press ups, any variation you wish to do, you can go for. So you've got 15 seconds of this, 60 seconds of press ups, 30 seconds of rest, and then we do the last 3 exercises again. So we're changing into those press ups in 5, in 4, in 3, in 2, in 1, off we go. Press ups, let's go. So let's see how many we can squeeze in. And again, go for whichever variation you want. Try and get chest to the floor. You could do hand release press ups, you could do clapping press ups, one arm press ups if anybody feels like showing off still. Nope, not taking me up on that one. So again, keep it moving. 40 more seconds, 40 more seconds. So again, chest to floor, back up. Just that smooth movement. Try and keep that rhythm going. 30 seconds in, 30 to go. You can change as well, so if you think, right, I've had enough of the narrow ones, I want to move wider, do that. You want to go to diamond press-ups, fine. You want to try a few on your knuckles. Some of you guys more experienced might want to try fingertip press-ups, Bruce Lee style. Who knows? You choose the variation. 5 seconds, then we get a little bit of rest. On time, 30 seconds to rest, 30 seconds to rest. So we're back into those handstand variations again. So you're going to go hips into the air, lowering top of the head towards the floor. So that downward facing dog position, and then lower top of the head to the floor and press back. If you can't control it on the way down, just go for an easier version. So you can actually do the same thing with your hands actually against the wall. You come into that same exercise, your hands against the wall and you push towards the wall and back out, which is a much easier version. Probably should have mentioned that earlier. Going in 3, 2, 1, off we go, let's go. So it's 1 minute, 3 minutes till the end of today's workout. Yeah, I can only give you about 5 points for that dismount. Had to dock you points there. But let's keep working, guys. Let's keep working. 30 seconds in, 30 to go. Then you go into plank to side plank. And again, you can do it like I demoed in the first set from a high plank, or if you prefer from a low plank. It doesn't matter which one you choose. Just make sure that you keep working through. Try and keep the movement smooth. We're not going for as many reps as possible. We're going for as many good reps as possible. That should pretty much always be the case. Going in 3, 2, 1 and change, guys. So we're into that plank, into side plank on one side, plank, side plank on the other side. Off we go, let's go. So again, you can do it from a press up position or from a low plank position, your preference. The key thing again is that you turn your body. Make sure you turn the shoulders, turn the hips, so it is a full side plank that you turn it into. You don't just flick an arm out and bring it back down. Smooth reps, slow and controlled. Work your way through. If anybody wants to make this an extra challenge, if you're doing a high plank, throw a press up in between each one. But remember that you've got a minute of press ups to come. And that is your final minute. Now I want you to keep moving on these press ups. So if you do need to make them easier and keep moving. Changing over in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, off we go. So if you start off on the toes and you get tired on the toes, just drop to your knees. Keep moving from that point. If you get to your knees and you feel, God, I can't keep going, just bring your knees in closer and keep going from that point. If you really struggle from there, in 60 seconds, you could even get your hands up onto a raised surface and get them even easier from that point. But again, I want you to keep moving for that 60 seconds. Don't allow yourself to stop. You're 30 seconds in with 30 seconds left to go. Looking good. This is your final 20 seconds now at this stage, the final 20 seconds of this workout. Final 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, done. We are finished, guys. We are finished, and you are finished. So, just a little quick wind up for the YouTube video, guys. So, I've changed over my social media handles. It's at Neil Gallagher Training on both Facebook and Instagram. If you need any advice, you want to give me any feedback, get in touch on there, guys. Otherwise, get in touch with your captains. So get in touch with your captains, and they'll give that feedback to me, and I'll try to put it into future sessions. So, great job tonight. I will see you guys next Monday, I think.